Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No.
Hell no, he can
Be
buy his own
independent.
shit.
Be independent.
No, he makes me a meal. What the f?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Thanks, man.
No, take it back. Oh, I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal.
2 divorces.
Kids?
Yes.
How
I
many
have
kids?
3.
From how many fathers?
2. So I have 2 to my first marriage and then 1 from a guy I dated in high school.
And then question the 2 divorces. Who initiated them?
I did for both.
Briefly, what was the reason for the first one?
The first one, he was kind of manipulative and controlled.
Really quickly, how was he controlling?
I couldn't spend any money. I had to get permission to spend anything. I didn't work. I stayed at home. I had to cook. I had to clean. If I didn't have dinner ready when he expected it to be ready, he would be upset.
Okay, and you stayed home and he provided everything?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have dinner ready when he got home?
Well, I had to maintain 2 small children.
Did you have friends that you were allowed to
No.
go see?
His friends kind of became my friends, and one of our friends, and this is going to sound bad, who ended up being my second husband, stopped coming to our house because he said he didn't like the way he talked to me. And
Wait, so you started dating one of your buddy's good friends?
I know I'm not a good person.
Yeah, that's
like
bad.
I'm a bag. That's okay.
Wait, what?
She started banging her boyfriend's best friend.
No, they weren't best friends.
Well, they were close enough.
Were you still
Let's get this straight. They were not best friends.
Confused.
Maybe not anymore, they're not.
Wait,
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. God damn! I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads. Where would you rank yourself on the marketplace?
8.
Out of what, 100?
Okay, what is it? What we rating from 1 to 10?
If you, yeah.
Okay, 9.
God damn! Okay, have a good day. If you had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, face only, no hair extensions, your natural hair, your natural face, what would you give yourself?
Interesting. 8.
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay, so if I wanted a high volume man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you
I
can't.
have a master's in public administration, and I have a law degree.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
16.
You didn't choose to be single.
I'm sorry?
Do you have any kids?
No kids. My ex had 4, so I'm trying to. That's kind of a big number. Oh my God.
Why'd you pop?
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but me, I typically don't like dating men without children, especially after a certain age. I just think it's weird, you know, and I have a child and I love children and God only gave me one, so I want to be with someone who has children. I've never dated a man that didn't have children. And that's a deal breaker than the average woman.
Gotcha.
So a man without children is weird to you?
After a certain age, yeah, I feel like after a certain age, you don't have no children. It's just strange to me. You know, like nobody owed you. Nobody took them genetics. You know, like I think it's strange. You know, so it's a personal preference.
No, that's
Okay.
good.
And why'd you pop your balloon?
As she talked a little more, I thought about the fact that I don't want any other kids, and I do only have one kid, so I think I would rather someone who had a kid already, just because I don't want to have any more, and I wouldn't want to date anybody who didn't have kids, because they probably want kids.
Gotcha.
Okay.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like, your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do.
What pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? Or any loser for that matter. Even an average guy, like why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier? Like, hello. Especially if I'm a top quality girl. What happened to earning your place in this world? You're gonna be a loser in this life and then expect people to want you? Like, that's just common sense that that's not going to happen. Like, if I was fat and ugly, I would not be surprised that men are not going for me and instead they want the girls who are fit and beautiful. Like, I didn't earn to be on their level. I didn't earn to be wanted like that. So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% or somewhere near that number instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
My grandma said there are only two things in life that you worry about, whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to get better, whether you're going to get worse. You get better, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to live, whether you're going to die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you die, you got two things. Whether you're going to heaven, whether you're going to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things to worry about. Original or extra crispy? That's the
Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? We're back again in the building. I'm going to fill my face up in the whole thing, in the whole screen. What's up, guys? Let me make sure you guys can hear me. You can put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Like the videos you're coming in. Isaiah, what's up? From Chi-Town. Miss Mariam in the chat or is showing support. El Paso. Okay. First person in the chat was Isaiah. Shout out to you. I'm sure you guys can hear me nice and clear. So we're going to get started. You see the title. I'm back with another live stream for your dating update. The same way you guys have been getting updates for the weather. If it's going to be snowing, snowstorm, it's going to be cold. I'm here to report the dating news. All right. And then you can make a choice. Are you down to be single? Are you down to date? Are you down for marriage? Or, you know, the new thing that's been really going on, I'm not really saying it, it's not really new, but it's been more of people are trying to embrace it, especially the ladies. The ladies are trying to embrace men having multiple women, but there's a caveat. They are saying you can have multiple women as long as you get the money. You feel me? So that's the caveat the ladies are saying. You got to have the money to afford multiple women. Because, you know, the saying goes, they would rather cry in a Rolls Royce rather than cry in a Toyota Camry. So, hey, listen, that's what they want. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, loud and clear. Let's get into it. I'm not even going to waste your time, man. I already have the video ready. The first video. I think this is gonna be the second time I'm reacting to to this channel. This might get risky. Also, all the links to the videos, because some of them I don't finish them, So if you like a video that I'm reacting to, or to a channel I'm reacting to, I put them in the description, not in the comments, because people always put in the comments, where's the link to the video? Where's the link? It's in the description. Somehow you're supposed to click under the title and you go to the description. That's where all the titles, all the links to the videos, but some of them you already know. So you already know the channels. Anyway, let's get into it. Give me 1 second. Let me do this. And then, no, cancel that. Okay, hold on. I'm doing it live. Where is my that's not what I want. Guys, like the videos you're coming in here. Really appreciate that. All right, that's not gonna work. What's up, Skinny? Skinny's in the chat. Skinny is in the building. All right, yeah, I was just hiding myself for a second, Miss Mariam. I'm trying to guys, bear with me just 1 second. I'm doing this live. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Just bear with me 1 second. My StreamYard is kind of messing up. It's not me, guys. It's not me. I was ready to go, but hold on. And this is the reason why some people don't like to do live streams, because of things like this. But I am here now, so Jesus Christ. Guys, I apologize, man. Streaming isn't easy. I got it, man. I got it. Shit. All right, let's get into it. I appreciate you guys for your patience, man. I really appreciate it.
Can you be friends with someone?
That connection, there's a difference. That's why they say friends and friends with benefits. Because
I'm going to replay that. I'm going to replay that.
With someone.
That connection, there's a difference.
I mean, I'm struggle streaming.
That connection, there's a difference.
Like, just can you be friends with someone you had sex with?
Absolutely.
No. That connection, there's a difference. That's why they say friends and friends with benefits. Because your friends with benefits, you benefited from that transaction, because that's what it is. You benefited from that transaction, and that doesn't leave you, especially as women. That doesn't leave us. They have to enter our bodies. That's not taken lightly, and you can't just throw that away or pretend it didn't happen and say, let's just be friends. Because the reality is you have a connection with that person for the rest of your life, regardless if you want to or not. But you can't completely ignore it, because it's
Yeah,
the chemistry always going to be there.
who asked that silly question? I'm just asking.
Him.
You did. You was trying to be funny with that, right?
No, I'm dead ass.
No, he was dead ass serious.
My goodness. The answer is hell no.
I mean, that's what we ran into. Caressa said absolutely.
Oh.
I feel as though you can. I really do feel as though you can. There's just, I don't know. I feel like the same way men can have sex with a woman and not feel a connection, women, we can do the same thing too. So it's not every guy we sleep with, we're going to be attached to them. There's some people, honestly, we're better off as friends than we are as romantic partners. I'm just saying.
two things can be true at the same time. Because you could definitely say that and believe it. But the reality is, sex has always been and is supposed to be a sacred. So when it does happen, that's something that's like I don't know how to like describe it, but it's not something that it just happens and it's like you're going to the bathroom. You just take a pee and you be like, okay, it's done with and over with. It's out of my body.
Because yo, Becca, a friend, right? You got a dude that you friends with, but you smash. What happens when you get in your next relationship?
He's gonna be with you.
Can he come to the cookout, Caressa? They say your man say, who want a hot dog? You fuck around, say, I love hot dogs. This nigga say,
Good Lord. I would say it depends on the friend and how deep it was with that friend. If it's a friend that we were just, we just hooked up a few times and it wasn't nothing, then sure, he could come to the cookout. But if it's somebody that I dealt with for some time and we built a bond or a connection, like, nah, he wouldn't be invited.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if a woman messes around with a man and she still keeps him around, even if they're not dating, they're not in a relationship, and she keeps him around, there's a chance she may mess around with him again, if we're going to be honest. Especially if she gets into a new relationship. Now, if she's single and, you know, they're still cordial, you know, no bad feelings, no bad blood, that's one thing. But if they fucked around and they're still in contact, and one of them gets into a relationship and they're still in contact, that's someone they can always mess around with, if we're going to be honest. So if a man finds out that his woman, his new girlfriend, his new wife is still talking to people, let's say it's not baby daddy, let's say they don't have a kid, that's different, because, you know, they have a kid that they have to talk about, they have to come together for the baby, for the kids. But if they have no kids together, they used to fuck around, they're not in a relationship, now they have both moved on and they both keep those people around, those are people they could potentially cheat with, because clearly they like something about them. That's why they kept them around, in my opinion.
It's just a conflict of interest. Like, it's, I don't know, somebody waiting.
So you saying if it's not deep, he was deep in you though. It's the same thing. It's deep enough.
Wow. Like for me, I mean, I look at it differently in the sense of, like I said, people, like, you know, we're all adults, we're all capable of having sexual intercourse with someone and not attaching to them. I think, in my opinion, I think that's a misconception. I feel as though not everyone that I have sex with, I attach to them. Men can wake up the next day like nothing happened. I feel as though I could wake up the same day like nothing happened too. Go back to being cool. We could be friends. I mean,
you can, you can, but you also can go back in the bedroom whenever y'all want to. You know, do you agree to that?
I agree. I agree.
Chris, you just saying anything, kind of.
No, honestly, I do agree.
Not because
it's all based on the connection and the experience that you have with that person. So you may move differently for one person than you would with another person.
But what if you with your man? I'm sorry, I'm off camera. Y'all already know I'm with the baby. But what if you're with your man? You have sex with your man, but then he didn't do something that you like that the other man did. But because you're still friends with this other man, you're fiending for that, whatever the hell he was doing with you. It's right. It's certain things that it's just a connection you're gonna have with him. So it's kind of like, why would you play with fire?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had that happen where I've moved on in a relationship and I still desired another man. So I don't know. Not to say it's not possible, but I've never experienced that.
So you said she not bugging? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just talking on the point where she could possibly like move on from having like an intercourse with this person, like nothing happened. I mean, it could happen, but I just think I'm not sure on who behalf, if it's the man or the woman, but I feel like it's the reason why they're doing it. Like it's like one is either waiting for the other or one is manipulating the other. Like that's how I feel. Like, so, I just don't think it's just for the friendship.
So why are you even giving it credence if you know there's some foul play at play?
I mean, I would just give it one little thing that she said. I mean,
come on, bro.
I didn't want her to think she was crazy on that one thing. But for the overall aspect, oh no, for sure it's some foul play.
Yeah, I think the days of women being attached to a man just because they slept with him, those days are gone. If you guys remember 20 years ago, maybe even 30 years ago, I'll say 20, even 15 years ago, 15 years ago, if a man and woman slept together, that would almost lead to a relationship. It was unspoken that if you have sex with somebody, you guys are going to be together. But in 2026, women are moving like men. Because, you know, back in the day, some players, if a man slept with a woman, it didn't mean that he's going to get attached to her. But women back in the day, if they slept with a man, they were going to just be attached to him. But these days, maybe because, you know, they sleep with so many men, so they lose that attachment. But the days of a woman getting attached, so maybe that's why they are able to have friends with benefits. Because guys, think about it. 50, 60 years ago, women never had friends with benefits. Just a guy they just call for a booty call without being attached to him. Women only slept with men they really liked. But 2026, they have 4 or 5 booty calls, 4 or 5 friends with benefits.
And Chris, I have a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you believe that if men could have sex with as many women as they want to, that women could do the same thing?
No.
I think with women, whatever we decide to do with our bodies is left up to us. So I know certain women who they enjoy sex, and sex is a pleasurable thing for them, the same way it is for men. I also do believe a lot of women, we're not honest about, number one, our body counts. We're not honest about the fact that we do enjoy sex too. And I think with women, oftentimes for us, we make the talking point is like sex is like, it's like I'm waiting for my husband and I don't have a pass, pretty much. And I think a lot of women, we try to make it seem like it's a bigger deal than what it is. So I'm not saying that most women are out here whoring, but what I am saying is, women are out here enjoying sex as much as men are too. So men, obviously, it seems to be a societal norm for them and it's more accepted, but women are out here doing the same thing. I have a lot of female friends too, and this is part of the girl talk. Like, this is things that we talk about. Like, when we're out hanging out, I may have a friend who may meet someone and, the other friend is going to be like, girl, you going home with him tonight type thing. So it's not unheard of. I just feel as though because society judges that as something that a woman shouldn't be doing. It's looked down upon. So that's why more women don't talk about it. But women are out there, they're doing it.
That doesn't make it right.
So you do believe that they can do the same thing. I know, like you said, they can, if they feel like it. So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. You're saying.
Back up. Hold on. Hey, Caressa, pardon me 1 second, please. I need to talk to Rebecca real quick. Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
This not one of them days you can be diplomatic and tread lightly.
Okay. All right.
You already done asked your clarifying questions. It's time to tell her what you want to tell her.
Okay.
All right. Enough is enough. Did you bust out that shell tonight? You heard?
I'm gonna try.
I love you, John. My bad, Caressa. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I didn't hear what you said, Caressa. So if you could repeat yourself.
No, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. But pretty much the point that I was trying to make is I really do feel so. Women enjoy sex the same way men enjoy sex. It's not a societal norm for us to brag about it, talk about it, but we enjoy it the same way.
Yeah, you enjoy sex with one man. That's the difference. Men enjoy sex with multiple women. But I get it. She's saying in 2026, women enjoy sex with multiple men. Which wasn't the case. So that's why it's frowned upon. Actually, the reason it's frowned upon is because sex comes easy to women. You just have to stand there and men are going to approach you. But as a man, for a man to sleep with 10 women, he literally has to approach 1, 2, 3. And it's not a guarantee because he's going to get rejected 9 out of 10 times anyway. For a man to get sex, it's very hard. For a woman, it's very easy. So if you compare yourself to a man, you're missing the point that sex comes so easy to you, which means you should try to limit who you sleep with. At the end of the day, you open your legs and then the men come in. So if you're saying you want to sleep around like men, I don't know.
Just because we enjoy something doesn't mean that we should indulge or in gluttony, basically, and be greedy and
exactly
destroy ourselves in the process. I think that's what happens when we allow ourselves to sleep with whoever and deny the fact that it does affect us differently than if a man was to sleep around as well. Regardless of how much we would deny ourselves and say, no, we could do this. No, we could do that. Because if you don't feel a way for the man, why are you having sex with him in the first place?
Yeah.
I would say physical attraction. I don't have to love you to sleep with you.
Wow.
I just have to be physically attracted to you, pretty much, is what the argument would be for that.
Wow. Guys, we're cooked.
I guess I'll talk
Yeah,
then.
I don't think that should be the only determining factor. I'm very steadfast on that. Is like, you don't, just because you're attracted to somebody, there's a lot of attractive people. Doesn't mean that I want to sleep with all of them.
Exactly.
Or that I want to be with all of them. And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but if you're saying physical attractiveness is all it takes,
That's what she's saying.
that's not much.
Right.
That's
but
what-
again, because we're talking specifically about having sex with somebody, in order to physically have sex with somebody, loving them is not a prerequisite to have sex.
It should be though. That's the point. We have changed it to the point that you just look at someone, you like them, you fuck them. You don't know nothing about them. You don't know their STD status. You don't know how many baby mamas they have, how many baby daddies they have. You don't know what they're about. You don't know their character. You find them attractive. They're tall, dark, and handsome. You fuck them. The woman has a big booty. You fuck her. So we have changed the standards around.
But it goes back to like the show the other Tuesday ago, whatever. It's 2025. Like in 2025, this is what people are doing. Like, yes, we want to live the righteous way, and I'm all for it. But a lot of people just like to do sexual shit and just don't care about it. And that's
No, we just gotta say it, man. We gotta let the hoes hoe. Right?
I guess.
Because at a point we can't save everybody. But I'm just gonna say it. Caressa, what you saying is whore behavior.
Yeah, pretty much.
2025, it justifies whore behavior, right? That's just what it is. And as long as y'all accept that, then we good to go. I don't want to hear nobody acting like they not that if they that. Just say that too, right, Saab? You gonna say it's 2025? Say that, listen, I'm going to be doing whore shit, or I'm gonna be a whore in 2025 because it's socially more acceptable, and that's what I want to do. You got to say the whole sentence.
Okay.
So why is a woman considered a whore if she enjoys sex? Like I said, she doesn't, let's say she's not in love, she doesn't need to be in love with everybody that she has this physical thing with. Why is it that she's a whore? Because she's pretty much enjoying herself. If she's being safe, if she's not dealing with nobody's husband, why would that be a problem? Why would that be frowned upon?
What does safe have to do with anything? You think you're supposed to take more dicks because they have contraceptives? You think that's what that means?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if someone chooses if they see someone that they feel as though they want to share a moment with, why is that frowned upon? Why is she automatically labeled a whore if she's doing something that, humanly, that's in our nature to have sex. It's pleasurable for a reason.
With one
person. You're having sex with multiple men because he was pretty, right? That has no intention for you. You don't even know his middle or last name.
That's what
That's just whore behavior. And if you continue to do that, you will be a whore in that instance. So if a man continues to have sex with multiple women with no intention, he's a whoremonger. Same thing,
He's
right?
a homemaker.
You just got to say it, right? So Caressa, it's better if you think that that's how women should move, just to say it.
And
You'll
again,
feel better about it. That's the first thing about AA, right?
All women.
No. But I'm saying, but take this walk with me. The first rule of AA is to admit it. Y'all got to stop acting like it ain't what it is. That's all I'm saying. If you that, say that, and we can move on.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have an issue with women sleeping with as many men as they want, as long as when they are tired of being in the streets, let's say at whatever age, 40, 45, as long as when they get to that age, they don't ask God to give them a good man. They don't ask God to give them a man who doesn't sleep around. They don't ask God to give them a man who's going to wait till marriage for them to have sex. Because they do all this BS and then find a good man and make him wait for sex. Yet they didn't make these other guys wait for sex. They find a good man, make him take them to 10 dates, but they didn't ask the other guys they were sleeping with to take them to even a coffee date. As long as they don't do that, try to manipulate the good guy, they can sleep with whoever they want.
I honestly feel as though there definitely is that double standard when it comes to sex. And to be honest, women are not talking about it because they don't want to be judged for it, But women are out here having sex just as much as men are. It is what it is.
We know.
I'm keeping it real. I'm just being honest.
We know.
And I feel as though, like I said, if that's what they choose to do, that's what they choose to do, as long as they're being safe about it. I'm like, why should a woman be labeled just because she's enjoying herself the same way a male counterpart would enjoy himself as well?
I got a question.
Well, Saul was trying to say something too. Listen, we understand that y'all are behaving right in a way that is unbecoming, right? It makes you undesirable and it makes you defiled, but you want to accept that, right? I'm saying just finish the sentence. We understand it's been prostitutes since time immemorial. That ain't nothing new, right? But those women were labeled and slotted. We just saying make yourself known so the women that want to be wise, we can easily identify.
That's what I was saying too. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
So are you saying a woman can't be a wife if she's had a past history with multiple men?
She can't
be. It's gonna. I think she's gonna be hard pressed.
Eligible to be a wife if she's had a.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be hard pressed for her to achieve that, right? Because comparison is the thief of joy, right? There, women that are wives are even saying, "Hey, there's a nigga waiting in the wings. They got this money to get out, emergency funds." So what it happens is, so even like I take myself, right? So when I was a whoremonger, right? Now you get this appetite that is hard for one woman to how you say, like quail. What's the word I'm looking for? Like hard for her to
be satisfied.
Satisfy the appetite, right? You know, that's what happens. There's residual effects to that type of activity. So when we sitting out here trying to act like there's not, we just being disingenuous.
And also, and this is why I said, as a man dating in 2026, if you think, because I know some of you guys feel that you have the biggest mutombos out here, you have the best sex game, you're going to do everything nobody has ever done to her, you're lying to yourself. In 2026, if you're trying to please a woman in bed so you can keep her, so she doesn't leave you for the next guy, you know, you're watching all these porns and porn videos and tricks and things and trying to please a woman, if she's not a virgin, you're wasting your time. There's no amount of money, maybe money. Money could try to keep a woman in 2026. But if you think sex is the reason that's going to keep her around, because I know some guys on the internet try to say, oh, you're going to make her calm and do all this stuff. Men have already done that to her, and she still didn't stay. What makes you think because you go 5 hours nonstop in the bedroom that she's going to stay? Those days are gone, man.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Saul.
And no, I was actually, you took the first part of my little speech I was going to give. So yeah, I agree with the first part.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that it's like that they don't want to. I feel like some people honestly don't be knowing. So when you throw like these terms, defile or like automatically slide them as a hoe and stuff, it is like a shocker because it's like we're not used to having the Bible or like these, you know, like, I don't know. But it's just like once you hear it, it's like, okay, no, I don't understand it. But then when you actually break it down and then you see the reason why and the like, you know, the definitions and shit, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. And you do want to change, but it's just like some people just don't know.
Don't know what, Shaw?
Like
they do.
They do, but I don't think y'all understand. Is okay, so I'm not gonna say I don't think y'all understand. But like it's easy to get trapped into this bullshit like the Matrix without really even knowing it. So if you really don't have like conscious people around or
once upon a time not long ago I was a hoe and I'm admitting it, I won't take it back because I did this shit. I was a hoe and I'm admitting it, I won't take it back because I did this shit.
You know what? I don't mind the song. I respect women who accept that they are for the streets rather than the ones who try to pretend. I respect those women more. I respect the women who come out and talk about the fact that, you know, they used to be for the streets. You know, they're not trying to talk about it in comparing themselves to men. If a woman accepts that she was for the streets and she used to be in the streets, she had multiple men, I respect her for being honest, because most, especially to the new guy. But how many women, when they're tired of streets, being for the streets, tell the new guy, the good guy who's trying to get married to them, who's trying to marry them, how many of them are honest enough to tell him that, hey, listen, I know you want to make me your wife, but I used to be for the streets. I used to have threesomes. I used to have trains run on me. How many women do that? Very few women.
That used to be the vibe in the dollar party. But yeah, I don't know him. Like, should be happening. But I don't think.
Yeah, all I'm saying is say it. Say it.
Some people like
it.
being a hoe. Yeah, some people like being a hoe.
Just say it out loud. Don't try to say double standard this and double standard that, because a double standard argument is pish posh, right? We know that people enjoy double standards on both sides. There's a reason why women leave their wallet at home when they go to the club or go on the first date, right? So don't complain about double standards now conveniently. Let's throw the double standard argument away.
Anyway, man, shout out to this might be risky. I'll put the link down below. I may need to join this panel. I saw he was live today, but he was live during the middle of the day, so I couldn't really join. I was busy. Shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to Skinny. Skinny, what are you typing? I don't understand what you're saying. What's quail? I don't get it, Skinny. All right, let's go to the next video. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go to Anton Daniels. Guys, like the video, like the live stream as you're coming in, so YouTube can tell other people that we are live. Unfortunately, that's how YouTube works. Everyone has been on the bandwagon of attacking Anton Daniels, but I think I was the only one who didn't make a hit piece because I didn't see a need to. I only reacted to, the first time he went to Corey Holcomb's channel. They had the discussion. Then I reacted to Corey Holcomb's clap back, and that was it. I stopped doing it. I didn't see the need to. I don't like when people are fighting anyway, so that's why I wasn't part of. That's why I wasn't part of the craziness going on. It's still going on, by the way. I know my man O'Shea Duke Jackson has made like $1 million from it. All right.
Her current better half has been asking her to marry her because they've been together for a while now, and she has been struggling with the idea of ever, allowing herself to marry again. And I said, well, I could relate to that. I've been in a relationship now with my lady Zelly for 5 years, and she's always hinting at marriage. And some people will say, oh, you're a Band-Aid, you're just filling in the blanks. And, at a certain point, he's going to dispose of you and then go find the woman that he actually wants to marry. But people don't understand is that your opinion is formulating from things that you have never experienced. Right. You don't know what it's like to wake up, get married, have a prenuptial agreement in place, have the prenup to get cracked, where you end up paying all of her legal fees and my legal fees. And now I'm paying all this money to attorneys trying to protect what I have. And then you realize that somebody marries you and then they said, I don't want to be here anymore. And then they trying to take everything that belongs to you with them. And it is really a painful process. And so, well, hey, if we could be happy and we could be together and we could not get married, because if you ever decide that you don't want to be married anymore, now you're going to be another person trying to take everything that I've worked my butt off for the last 30 years. And what does that look like? And how long is this going to last before the judge decides this is my final judgment? So everything about my last divorce took 4.5 years. I lost all of my appeals in the lower courts. Then I lost all of my appeals in the Supreme Courts. And so I had like 3 weeks to cough up almost $1.2 million that I did not have to give. And then who do I turn to? Right. When I'm financially depleted.
Nobody.
Damn. You better go gay.
I just, why live in fear? Like, you live in fear, that's what's gonna come about. Like,
What do you mean live in fear?
I don't know. Do you think that Tyrese is justified in not wanting to marry again?
Ladies, what do you mean live in fear? It's easy for you to say a man is living in fear when you have never lost. He has lost twice. There's been 2 divorces. If he gets married again, he's dumb.
I think he's very dramatic, but he does have a point. But he's very, very dramatic. But if you listen to him, you can't poke too many holes in what he's saying. He's like, oh, if you happy and I'm happy, why do we got to get married? Because if you're not happy, you're going to try to take everything I've had.
Marriage is important for a plethora of reasons, though. It's not just because we just want a piece of paper to say that we're married. There's a lot of different things and benefits that come to being married to someone. If somebody's on life support and you're not that person's husband or wife, you don't get to make the decision whether or not they get to live or die.
Too bad.
So it's not just a piece of
But
paper.
you have to
and
be
then-
married to do
It's not
that.
that important.
That's incorrect. You can have a trust and you don't have to be married
But-
in order for somebody to be able to make that kind of decision on anything.
But realistically, though,
Tell him, baby.
now y'all cool again. But realistically,
Man, that's my girl.
You call it the B word. That ain't your girl.
That's right. I can do that.
That's the
but
past.
realistically, though,
that's
how many
the
people?
past,
How many
That's the
people have
past.
trust,
Remove it.
though?
I'll do it again if she act up. You know what I'm saying? She know what, you know.
But that's how New Jersey and New York
Skinny,
men
I
be
know.
talking.
I know. She's still single.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jeff.
No, but go
I'm
ahead,
just saying,
Jess. What you were saying?
realistically, how many people have trust? You'd be surprised how many people, and we're just going to use this as an example. You'd be surprised how many people don't have things in place for when they eventually leave this earth. And then, do I think Tyrese is justified in not wanting to marry again? Yes, but I think that's such a loaded thing, right? That's not to say that there are women who have given up their careers, who have invested in men, in my opinion, are entitled to at least some of the things that may have been acquired in a marriage. But then once again, the thing that I didn't like that Tyrese didn't do, he didn't hold himself accountable. He could have picked better. He didn't talk about maybe how he played a part in the demise of the marriage. And then to add, if the judge keeps denying your appeals at X, Y, and Z, it makes me even question, okay, what did you do? What's up with your legal team? Why they kept getting denied? So it's more to the story than what he was alluding to, which I think is very, I can't find a word I'm looking for, but to say, yes, he's justified not wanting to marry again, but it's loaded.
What, ladies, what do you mean that we need more information why the judge is denying his appeals? He's not the first person where the judges, in fact, there are situations where the man and the woman signed a prenup and judges mess up the prenups. They tear them apart and they make their own, judgment on how the people are going to split the property, even if the people had the prenup. So it's not the first time that the judge would just make up his or her own judgment on people's relationships. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't even get that further. If there's a divorce, let the man take care of the kids. Don't touch any of his property. Move on. Go ahead. Go. Since you filed for divorce, bye. Leave my house alone. I'll take care of the kids. I'll pay child support. That's it.
I don't even think that his reasons for not wanting to get married again matter, because I mean, just like squatters got rights, if I didn't live with this man for 10 years and we've been together, whether we've been married or not, I think that the right lawyer is going to make sure that I go away with something and not nothing.
But why?
So I don't think that matters, because I can prove, hey, this has been my residence. This has been the person that has been taking care of me. These are the actions, the jobs that I performed for him, and this is what I received for that job. He has been my job. So I mean, if you get the right lawyer, you gonna get some paper.
But if you divorce him, Miss Tip, then what makes you deserve any of that?
Exactly.
I wouldn't even. Well, he's saying that that's the reason why he doesn't want to get married, is so that somebody can take half. And I'm just saying that I still think that somebody can tap into him without being married to him. If we lived together and then all of a sudden you just woke up and decided, oh, I'm going to kick you out and I just don't want to deal with you no more. Well, I'm sure that I have some kind of leg to stand on.
Yeah, you gotta say he raped. You gotta say he raped.
Yeah,
you gotta say that.
You have been my provider.
So Nikki, so let me ask you this, because now my head is turning. So you don't believe that if a woman marries a man and the man happens to come from, someone, let's just say he's an actor, for an example. Let's just say that the wife has vested, some stuff into that marriage to make sure that he's able to keep his career X, Y, and Z. Let's just say it did not work out.
What is some stuff?
Yeah.
So when we talk about, and I like the way that Tiff put it, like, because he is the job, right? So I'm making sure that our household is in order. I'm making sure I'm being his help me. I am making sure that he's ready for work. I am making sure that he's, pleased. I'm making sure he eats. I'm making sure the kids is taken care of. I'm making sure that he can focus on his purpose, right?
That's a nanny.
Yeah,
that's a nanny.
Not a nanny.
That is a nanny.
But what I'm saying is that it did not work out. And let's just say I gave up my career. You mean to tell me I'm not entitled to nothing?
No, because the marriage is over.
You decide to leave that man because you're not doing any other than anymore.
Exactly.
I think the man has already set up something for him.
If I decided to leave, I could see that. But if he decided one day, oh, I'm just going to put you out just because I don't like you no more.
Well, the reality is that's
probably
usually
because
not
I got
the case.
a little 22-year-old.
Usually the women.
Yeah, but that's usually not the case. Most of the time, women.
Tyrese was already saying that he wasn't trying to leave her with nothing. He told her that he was going to give her something, but she didn't like the offer. She didn't like the offer. So she was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna get my people and we gonna see if we can get more.
And Tyrese too. Tyrese, if you listen to him, it's more than the money. He falls hard in love too. He's one of them guys that fall hard. Like
he a lover boy.
Yeah,
but you won't be doing all those things anyway if you weren't with him. You will still be cleaning, you'll still be cooking, you will still be doing all of that once you leave.
Yeah, that's bare minimum type stuff. I don't understand why that's always the key thing to unlock all of the wealth for a man. Like,
what is she going to do for Tyrese
anyway?
What is she going to do for Tyrese that Tyrese can't do for herself?
Good question.
You want me
probably give him a head job?
Or come on, Tiff, I know you got it in you, sis.
Or to add to the question, what is she going to do more than what she would already do on dates for that man? So like, oh, I appreciate you, I honor you, you're my husband. What is that thing outside
investing
of
in him, believing in him, making sure he's
what is it? But what is investing? Like you just saying like blanket statements,
I
but
believe
it's like
in my
what is that?
dog to be cute.
So I'll tell you.
I believe
I'll tell you.
to do that for me. Like that's
And I hate when women talk about investing in a man when they already want the man to pay 100% of the bills. So what type of investment are you making in me when I'm literally getting all my money and giving it to you while you're saving your money on the side? That never makes sense. This woman keeps talking about, oh, she was investing in him, so after the divorce, she should take half. What investments was she doing for him if he was paying all the bills? So that's why men are saying, is marriage still really worth it? Is it worth the headaches of the divorce? Or should we just be together after we break up? You go by, I go by. Because if you're cooking in the marriage and I'm buying the food and you're cooking, both of us are investing. Once the relationship ends, both of us should stop investing in each other. But for me to pay you spousal support while another man claps your cheeks, that's not going to work.
It's not believe in him for what, like he don't. There's plenty of people that might believe in him. That's the thing with women. I think that what we think men be wrong is just all the way off. I don't really think they care about that. That stuff you're gonna already do.
Exactly.
You're gonna
It's
do
the
that
intent.
anyway.
Man
So what
absolutely
other
cares if
value?
you if
What
you
other
support his
value are we
vision.
bringing to these relationships? Is the question.
But Nikki, a man absolutely cares if you believe in his vision, because if you're not
Yeah, he
believing
believe in it, but I mean, he cares, but it's other people that believe in it too. Because we talking
Correct.
about you believe in that because you believe in his vision, and because you wash the dishes and taking care of the kids that you had to, that he should give you all his money for something.
And
Who said
there's
all?
so
We're saying
many.
some.
Or half, some, any of it. Once that is dissolved, I don't understand why it's a whole issue.
Yeah, because another woman or 10 other women are willing to do the same exact thing right after you ready to just dump them or whatever as soon as you leave out the door anyway. So it's like that really doesn't hold any weight. The whole reason why men be so frustrated is like, it's like y'all really think that it's just this and that is the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's like, no, like go deeper. I need you to dig deeper. And women are like just not trying to go deeper than the surface. That is
What's
surface
deeper?
level stuff.
What's deeper?
What's deeper is
Yeah.
building an empire with your king and seeing what is it that he actually desires
It's the
outside of your
intangible.
desires, putting his desires before yours and seeing, okay, how can I
So what's the difference between what you're saying?
multiply whatever it is that he's actually trying to achieve? How can I bring more value to what he's trying to achieve? There's been so many women that I can't remember the actual names, but there's been women that have been with their men while they were locked up, and he had a bag before that, and they multiplied that so that when he got out, it's like I have more than what I came in here
You're
with.
a value.
Women not doing that.
It's being a helpmate, like God intended.
I literally just said that.
Yeah, it's
No, you
so
didn't.
hold on,
No,
hold on.
you didn't. You didn't break it down like Kamaya. Kamaya explained how to add value to a man. All you talked about was cooking and cleaning, the bare minimum, ladies, like you like to call men giving you the bare minimum by paying bills. Cooking and cleaning is the bare minimum. That's the least you should be doing. That should be prerequisites to a marriage.
Let me go into it.
I didn't say that many words, but that's literally what I said.
It's
Say it a
being a
bunch of
helpmate,
BS.
being a helpmate and understanding the business. Then you want to actually go ahead and look at certain things that may be beneficial to you learning for his business. If he actually needs, if he needs you to be affectionate, if he needs you to be submissive, whatever the case may be, if he needs you to be that, then you're going to be that part for him because he is doing the majority of the work. He's doing the load. That's what the men are supposed to do. We're supposed to take care of the
No.
What?
No,
You
a
don't think-
woman's job and a man's job is different. That's not to say that.
Hold
the
on,
man is
wait.
doing Majority. Come on
No.
now.
No,
Don't do that.
the reason I say the man is supposed to do the majority of the work is because we were designed to deal with it longer. You came from us as a woman. Yes, you absolutely can do those things. But if it came down to it and I had to put my hand on the fire longer than you, who do you think would be able to sustain that more?
Exactly.
The men have to actually deal with the majority of the stuff. They're here
The
for that.
mental load, more of
Yes.
a mental
Not even
capacity.
who would
Men have
be
more
able
of
to
a mental
do it.
capacity
Who
and
is
logical
willing.
nature than women do. So men can outlast emotions and triggers and anything that'll just come out of the wind anywhere way longer
Especially
than
if
a woman
family is
can.
involved.
They stand on 10 toes way harder than a woman can in relationships. That's why it's like this whole conversation of a woman getting this and that or whatever just because she did this is outrageous. So what if the woman is the breadwinner? Does that same logic apply for whenever the woman is making more money and then, the man was the one holding it down at home and stuff? Does
She
the
usually
woman
looked at
vouch
him
and
as
say, look,
lesser.
I'll give you this much because you were taking care of the kids? No, they don't do that. It's always just the woman. And it's like nothing's ever balanced. So you might as well get out of that whole mentality of just thinking just because you cook, you clean, you're birthing babies, you're doing this, you're doing that. Everybody not yada, okay? I don't understand why everybody want a yada. Like, for what? It's not making sense. Paying for every single baby, even if that's even happening. Like,
look at her face.
women don't even be that the best. It's like, what are we really doing here? Like, what? And then what you gonna do after you get the money? You go, what you gonna do? Because all you was cooking, cleaning, and cooking and throwing it back. What else?
If it was a law class,
Look at Jess. Jess has the she's speechless. She's burning inside. She hates when a woman says something positive about a man. She hates when another woman holds women accountable. Look at her. And she's a good-looking sister, but the way she hates, she's such a feminist. It just oozes around her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her face. Oh my God.
that said that when you got divorced, you do not automatically get alimony or whatever. You just
Where's that at?
Would y'all be so quick to just split up?
Nope.
Or would you be trying to figure
Well, we
out?
show that we already know that's not true. Women are not splitting up if they're not getting half of it. That was shown in.
Well, I was asking them because
I don't think that that's true. I think that peace of mind, but I mean, I guess I've been through some things, but I'll cut somebody off for peace of mind and you keep that change. I'm telling you, peace of mind.
That's not the majority.
Well,
Absolutely.
See,
That's not the majority.
That's selfish too. But when you, because what peace of mind? That's subjective. So that could be anything. That could be some minor.
Peace of mind could be him knocking your head between the
Why
washer
y'all
and
always?
dryer.
Oh
Peace
my
of
God, here
mind
we
could
go
be
with the extreme.
infidelity. Peace of mind could be somebody who's talking to you crazy. Like there's a lot of things that can fall under the category.
know
of peace
anywhere
of
from-
mind.
We
He
know
was
anywhere
doing
from
that
70
before
to
you got married,
75% it's irreconcilable differences. It's nobody's getting. I'm not saying that no woman is getting her head thrown against the wall or
They
anything like
always
that.
say, I
But the
wouldn't even
majority,
entertain that.
but the majority of women, they're leaving for irreconcilable differences.
Say, Young, where you
But
getting that data?
the second part that
Well,
she said,
that is absolutely real.
that's statistics. Yeah, that's
Where's
statistics.
this data
But the
coming from?
second, hold
can
on,
get
y'all.
it
The
from you.
second part that I don't want y'all to miss the second part, what she said. Outside of the piece of her leaving for peace of mind, she's literally saying that I don't need the money. I don't need to take half. I don't need
then
any
bye.
of that. I just need to make sure I'm good. Like that is a more important part than just trying to focus on
Well, that's probably why
just
it was
leaving for the
problems
peace
in
of
the
mind
first
part.
place anyway. Because if the man's sitting here and he know, even if you're not saying it all the time, your energy presented, you don't need him, you don't need him, you don't need him.
No,
And he's like,
not the you don't need them part. Pretty much saying like I don't have to go after you for half of your money. I don't have to take nothing from you if we have any kind of thing. Like it could be the
You taking
man.
the kids.
No, I'm
You
saying
breaking
like
up
it
the-
could
I
be
get
the
what you're
man
saying,
saying
but
that
it's
he don't want to
still
be with the
it's
woman.
still a casualty in the whole situation of the marriage.
Right, but all I'm saying is
No, if women woke up today and said, "Hey, listen, we don't need half anymore after divorce," because isn't it funny how during the marriage and the relationship they don't want to go 50-50 on bills, but as soon as the divorce comes around, now they want 50-50. Isn't it funny how that works? But anyway, if women woke up today and say, change the laws, we're not going for alimony anymore, we're not going for child support, we're not trying to take the kids away from men, I can guarantee you the next day every man would be proposing to his girlfriend right now. The men who are in relationships today, but they are scared of marrying and they're scared of getting on bended knee and proposing to their woman. If the women woke up today and said, no more child support, no more alimony, no more spousal support, no more splitting assets, all the men would propose tonight. I can guarantee you that. Anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. And Skinny, yes, she's a feminist. So many feminists join Pop the Balloon. And if you want to know if a woman is a feminist, you can simply watch Pop the Balloon. You will see the way they talk to the men, the way they degrade the men. Not direct. Some of them do it directly, but some of them do it in a very kind of, they go around indirectly trying to make it seem like they're above the men on Pop the Balloon. Oh, so many feminists have been Pop the Balloon show. I've seen a lot of them. Anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. Let me get the next video going. Skinny says Boogie. A lot of men don't know you can have a written agreement with your future wife and get it. But see, Skinny, that's too much work, man. Just because you have like you say, the judges literally throw those things out. Judges have literally got the prenups and talked about, oh, that's not fair, give her more. So the written agreement is still a contract. The judge can decide what he or she wants to decide. Why? Skinny, if I gave you $100 million right now, you're not going to write any of those agreements. Now, I don't know if you're married or not, but if I gave you $100 million tonight, you're not going to, with everything you know about divorce, I don't think you're going to take the chance. You're probably going to put the $100 million in your mother's name and then, get married or put the money in a trust. But I don't think you're going to try to write those weird agreements when you know the judge, she can just claim you made her sign it because she was scared of losing you. And then the judge will be like, yep, sign under duress, $50 million to the woman, to the wife. So I don't think you could do that. I wouldn't advise any man to do that. It's risky. The best thing you can do as a man in 2026, if you really want marriage, you have to find a rich woman. That will be the best strategy. Find a rich woman and don't sign a prenup with her either. And then after, fires, whichever you win, figure out how you need to live with her before you file for divorce, get spousal support, and take her. That's the best strategy I can give any man in 2026. But you gotta find a rich woman, at least a woman who makes double what you make, and make sure you never make more as the marriage goes on. Make sure you keep making the same money that you're making, so that she keeps making more than you. That's I know it sounds evil, but I'm just saying, if you really want marriage like that as a man and you fear divorce, you fear losing half, that's the best thing you can do, is to find a woman who makes more money than you. All right, let's go to the next video. Let's go to Latif.
So, Bo, real quick, I wanted to ask if you think that we interpreted that particular message differently from what, because there's a split here. I heard one thing, OG sound like he might have heard it in a similar way. Ella and Willie, and looks like True too, if I'm not mistaken, heard it differently when they heard the little girl situation, which sounds weird, but I mean, you think you heard or what he meant by what you heard.
Okay, so y'all heard girl and you hear immature. Immaturity is a very unattractive thing. You don't want to deal with an immature woman, but that's not what he meant. When he's saying that, there is a part of a woman, and I have these conversations with my friends, and my friends have changed my perspective about like how to approach relationships with men.
Are you single? Are they married?
And there is a certain softness that you get with a woman, like that youthful, unburdened softness from a woman that you get. That's the girl side that he's talking about. That I'm just like, I can lay down all of the things that burden me every day because I know this man has me. I know that I can rely on him. I know that he's going to be there. I do, like, we have conversations. I want to get in the car, turn my brain off, and just let him handle everything. That and there's a lightness to a woman when she can experience that. There is this certain jovialness when she can experience that with a man. And we can just laugh and be really girly and be silly because we're not burdened with things.
Sounds like a Disney
So
fantasy.
that's what he's talking about. He's not talking about this goofy little girl that don't know nothing about nothing. We want to be around a man that makes life so comfortable that we can just
Fantasy.
be like, we can just breathe.
Movies.
Y'all want to know why I'm not in my feminine on these panels? I can't trust none of y'all. I don't know y'all like that.
No, you're not in your feminine because that's who you are. You can't fake femininity. You're either feminine or you're not. You can't turn it on and turn it off.
My burdens are still here. I'm not unburdened by men here. I'm not. But when I get around that man, that makes that part of me just kind of, I can compartmentalize her and I can set her off to the side, and he makes a safe place for me, a soft landing for me. That's when that girl comes out. So I hope you understood me. I know that other nigga ain't gonna understand me. Perfectly fine. We do not have to have these type of conversations. But
no man is going to understand you, because if you're saying a man should make you feminine, a man should give you a safe place. How about a man having a safe place for him to feel masculine? Do you hear how weird that sounds? She should give me a safe place to be masculine enough so I can provide for her. Isn't that crazy? Imagine men start telling women, I'll start providing if you make me feel safe. I'll be a provider. I'll pay all your bills if you make the environment safe enough for me to be a provider and be in my masculine energy. That sounds so dumb. They use that excuse of a man should make me feel safe so I can be feminine in order to get away with being a bitch. If you know what, like being bitchy. So she's going to be bitchy the whole time. And if you try to hold her accountable, all she's going to say, you didn't make me feel safe. You didn't make me feel feminine.
like, I think that Farrakhan explained it pretty well for me anyway. So I hope that clears it up. But I definitely heard it differently.
Who was that other nigga? Why can't we just be men on the panel? Like first of all,
it's a divide and conquer.
This the funny thing about it. You don't have to trust anybody on the panel because we're not trying to date you. You need to respect the fact that we have different opinions. The problem is a lot of y'all women on these panels, you want to be treated like somebody, like a girlfriend. We're not in relationships. We're just adults having conversations, and there's no trust is needed because you don't need to trust us. We're just talking. You can go home and live your life. You don't need to trust me. You just need to respect my opinion, and I respect your opinion. But all that this other nigga shit, listen, sweetheart, y'all gotta stop being mad disrespectful, because behind the scenes it'd be a whole different case. Like, we all men, we all here. We don't have to talk to each other like that. That other nigga, who you talking about? What other nigga? Like, that's mad disrespectful.
She was talking to David Robson.
Don't expect softness from women on this panel.
We don't need to be soft.
You all
just be respectful.
Femininity
you don't have to be soft.
from
You're
women
not my girlfriend.
on this
You don't need to be
panel.
soft. Just be respectful to the
So
conversation.
you want the part of women that is very feminine on these panels.
Hold on,
I
what are
hear
the
from
time,
you
y'all?
guys all the time. You all always want that you should be feminine, y'all.
No, we just want you to be in the conversation. We know you can't be that. We're not asking. We don't need. You don't need to be soft to have a conversation.
Hold on.
You need to be
One mic, y'all.
This is all I'm gonna say. We don't need your softness in the conversation, Ms. Boheme. That's not what we're requiring. You need that from us. We just need women that can listen and can articulate their views without getting their feelings every time we have a conversation. That has nothing to do with being soft.
Exactly.
That has nothing to do with being feminine. That just has something to do with being a good communicator.
Exactly. Plus, men don't. If a man tells you to be soft, if a man tells you that you should be soft, it's too late. It's not like she's 10 years old that somebody's trying to fix her and mold her. By the time she's this big age and she's not feminine, because if a man finds a feminine woman is going to stay feminine even during a debate, even during an argument. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
A woman who's really masculine, when she argues and gets into a debate or an argument with a man, her masculinity really comes up. A feminine woman, even if she's mad, even if she's really pissed off, she's going to stay feminine. Even the way she conducts herself, there's a big difference. So no man is trying to tell Bo to become feminine. Men are simply telling her what the results would be if she was feminine, because it's too late for Bo. She can't be feminine now. It's too late.
Oh, the same feelings that you had about the things that were said, because
I mean, I'm just talking about, you said the other nigga. I'm just saying, who are you talking about?
Dust at all.
I'm saying, but who was the other nigga? Because the last time I was on a panel before Perlin, you had a long ass apology to me behind the scenes.
Hold on. We can't hear both of y'all.
That's why I chose
the camera, sweetheart.
Because
let's keep the same energy we do behind the scenes.
You can't control your emotions right now.
I'm just not fake. Y'all be fake as hell.
No, you can't control your emotions,
sweetheart, I'm just real. You fake as hell.
Because when someone is speaking, you have to constantly interrupt. That is impulse control
y'all just be saying some crazy shit.
So that is why I chose to interrupt, because that's your emotion. That is what you do. You do it to every single person, especially.
All right, so why you apologized to me last time I saw you?
You get emotional.
So why you apologized to me last time I saw you? Why you apologized to me? You. Why you do that?
For what?
Tell me, because last time I seen you, Illa, let me tell you, Illa, I'm sorry. I still fuck with you. I ain't even, I'm still.
You said all
that shit. You said all that shit. I didn't ask you to say that. So don't get brand new in front of the camera, sweetheart. I'll keep the same energy behind the scenes in front. I ain't never tell you none of that.
Tell the people would you like for me to tell the people what I messaged?
No, because it's not about that. You just don't be talking to me like I'm some nigga and then be apologetic behind the scenes. Just keep it
hold on.
Control yourself. Act like a man. Act like a big, strong man and control your emotions, because you are logical, right? And women are emotional. So what I messaged Illa after the disagreement that we had on the panel, that he still doesn't see where he could have held some type of accountability, was I messaged him, I do not remember apologizing for anything, because there was nothing.
We was actually behind. It wasn't even a message. It was before.
I don't understand why you can't control yourself.
You said it in the backstage.
I don't understand why you can't control yourself.
You're gonna lie.
Be a man. Be a big, strong man. Be a logical man and not emotional.
She's patronizing him.
So
listen to the way she's talking to him. The disrespect. Oh my God, Miss Mariam, I don't care. She could listen to 1,000 Shahrazad Lees. It wouldn't change. It's too late. She's 40 something. I don't know. It's too late. You can't change her now. That's who she is.
I don't remember apologizing. I hate saying that I didn't do something. Now, if I had anything to apologize for, it is how I came at him, and I probably could have said something better to land with him, but I think that he wouldn't have gotten it anyway. However, I did message him, and I'm like, I do actually respect your views about the Black community, but when it comes to the views about the issues between men and women, we're like, I wish that he would listen. I wish that we could get on the same page, but unfortunately he does not like to listen to women. So I did. I wanted to pay him his respect, and I did that strategically, because I feel like if you tell people something positive about how you view them, something that you understand and like about them, maybe they might want to listen to you and your opinions. And I wanted to get him to understand that I was communicating effectively with him. But what that showed me was that he does not communicate very well at all, because I was telling him what I heard and not what he meant. And he took offense to it, much like he just did OG. He likes to take offense to things that people are not even saying about him.
You take offense every show, Bo. You take offense to men telling you to be feminine. You take offense to men telling you to listen. You took offense to men holding you accountable. But the fact now you're trying to pick on this guy, yet he's claiming you apologized already. I don't know if it's true or not. and trying to patronize him by calling him, be a real man, be a logical man. That shit pissed me off, I'm going to be honest. But anyway, shout out to Lapeef. I haven't had a chance to join Lapeef, man, but I have a feeling if I join Lapeef and Bo is there, obviously I wouldn't disrespect her or anything, but I would just go towards whatever argument until whatever points. But for sure, I would try to show her the fact that if she can't fake femininity, she can't turn it on and turn it off whenever she wants. Anyway, let's go to the next video. What do we have next? All right. Okay. We're going to go to Fadi. All right, let's go. Let me see. All right, here we go.
Say anything before we go?
Yeah, I mean, really quickly, I was just going to chime in because I heard Ali saying she left the family, but I could be wrong, but I thought the story was he was supposed to retire because he spent a huge part of his life, you know, giving to the game, giving to his career. His family was suffering because of that. He agreed to retire and spend more time and focus on his family. And then within like what, a year, he decided to go back to play again. And that was Giselle's deal breaker because they made an agreement. That's what I thought I heard her say. I thought I heard him even say that. So I just wanted to bring clarity to the situation because I heard you say she broke up the family.
Hey, Jazz, if you ever blow up,
and then he kind of broke their deal.
Hey, Jazz, can I ask you a question? If you ever end up the next Whitney Houston and you star power for 20 years, and me and my family, our family, I've been standing behind you all these years, and you became the best artist ever, and you had a great passion for it, and I said, hey man, you were born to do this, and you love this. Do you think that your husband, if you want to sing for one more tour, should that man support you, or should he divorce you because you wanted to sing one more year when you gave your heart you gave your heart in singing, that was your passion, if he truly supported you?
I think that if we had an agreement that I was going to retire and I said I need to go back, I don't think he would be wrong for feeling away if I did.
Is it, if one more year, is it worth divorcing over?
It depends, because that could have been his deal breaker. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: me as a husband, if I'm ever a husband, and my wife is special to me, and we really loved each other, and there was something that she was in that they might have paid. She was extremely wealthy, and she was the best at whatever she did, and she just wanted one more year for something that he can never play football again. It ain't like it's something he can do again. He can never do that again. Once football's gone, he can never play that sport ever again. It's done. Like you age out of that sport. I would think a wife that truly loved her, had his kids, would be understanding and how passionate he plays.
I think it's a different situation because he did all of the things. He went as far as he can go. There was nothing more to accomplish. He won the Super Bowl. He got the rings. He literally did the thing in his career. He went back just because he craved like the camaraderie of his teammates and like the fandemonium and all of that.
No, he lost football.
Giselle, the story goes.
Can you flip it, Jess? Can you flip it? Can you flip it? Let's do this, right? Giselle's still a semi-active model, right? Imagine that Giselle at 41 said, "Hey, baby, one more year,
you made
and I'll retire." And she like they had an agreement. They agreed, and by the end of the year, she said, "Hey,
Mariam,
baby, I know I told you I was going to retire, but that this big opportunity in the sponsors that are looking at me. I want to do 3 or more fashion shows, and then I'll wrap it up, and we can stay 50 years together and right to the sunset. We go whatever you want." And Tom Brady turned around and says, "Nah, you said you were going to retire. If you don't, I'll leave you." Wouldn't we, all of us, be calling him like stupid, throwing your family away for 1 year when you can literally have that woman for 50 years and they can be together and all that? Wouldn't we call that man delusional and kind of like, in my opinion,
you could call him that, but
no, Jess, you yourself. If that man like left his family, matter of fact, let's actually say what he did. If that man showed up with his personal masseuse and he got her pregnant and they were together, and the justification was, I got this personal masseuse of mine pregnant and married her and have a baby on her because Giselle told me she was going to do 1 more year, which we didn't agree upon. Wouldn't you look at him crazy?
Yeah, they would cancel him.
Yeah.
So, Jazz, if you look at him crazy, that's what that.
No, I mean, because you just added.
No, I didn't add it. No, it was literally the story.
Yeah, it was the same thing. Tom Brady's wife, Giselle, got pregnant by her personal trainer or kickboxer, whatever, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, whatever the fuck it is, claiming because she felt emotionally, because Tom Brady wasn't there for her emotionally, she decided to get pregnant and get married to a personal trainer. But imagine Tom Brady did the same thing. Got his nanny pregnant because Giselle was too busy doing her modeling, because she's still a model. Last time I checked, he would get canceled. He would literally lose endorsement deals. The same way Tiger Woods lost his endorsement deals when they found out he was cheating on his wife and nobody even knew his wife. The double standards are crazy.
Amuse yourself. Just amuse yourself. No, I didn't add it. It was literally the story. That's what happened to Tom Brady.
She stayed on him and had a baby on him?
She broke with him, and then she was seen 3 weeks later with the jiu-jitsu instructor that been giving her he was his personal trainer for years. They're from Brazil. So it was not I separated from Tom Brady and I found out this dude. It's like me divorce you, and then I married our maid that was inside of our house for years. You know, we were having something.
I understand, like the optics look. I understand the optics look bad, but I'm just going off of what I heard both of them say. He accomplished his goals as a football player. He agreed to retire so he could spend more time with his family. That was their agreement.
Okay, so he didn't agree. They had an agreement that Tom Brady would do 1 more year, but he ended up playing, and he kept on playing. Does that mean the wife should just go and fuck the trainer and have a baby with him? Is that what it means? Like, she can't even hold the woman accountable. So she's literally justifying. She's saying Tom Brady's ex-wife, what she did was right for fucking her personal trainer because the husband decided he wanted to work a little bit longer. That's crazy.
That was her deal breaker because she almost divorced him. Wait a minute. She almost divorced him prior to that, right? So he agreed, you know what? I need to spend more time with my family. I need to, focus in more. I've accomplished what I've needed to accomplish. I can go ahead and rest now and spend more time with my family because my family is suffering. They agreed to do that.
Nobody,
they agreed to do that.
You can put the suffering part. That was
what I'm saying
her.
They were suffering.
Yes, his kids are almost grown-ups, Jazz. His kids are literally on their way out. They are not kids, they are grown-ups.
there was a part of his family, obviously, that was suffering, whether it was the kids not seeing their father, her not seeing him enough, them not
What?
even spending family time together. That part of their dynamic.
No,
But I
was
think he was the
yes.
jujitsu trained kids
Yes.
first, and then he started training her.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, Jazz. I'm losing my voice. He was the kids jujitsu, whatever that word is, trainer, and then he started working with the mom. And I think that's the more messed up part.
I get that, but
Okay.
okay. So did she?
Jess,
Was she
this
seen
is
with?
why we stop. Jess, if this was anything
I'm
in
just
reverse,
saying, if there's let me just get it off because I'm not arguing with y'all. If it looks bad, it looks bad. I'm just saying that if there's a dynamic where we agree, hey, you've done all of the things, now it's time to retire and focus on family, and then you break that, not even 6 months to a year later, you back on the field, you back spending majority of your time where you said you were going to be done with it. I'm not saying that it's okay for her to just up and leave, but they had an agreement, and that was her deal breaker.
Okay, they had an agreement, but does that mean she should choose to fuck the trainer and have a baby with the trainer? Which for me, I believe she was fucking the trainer way before. She used the excuse of Tom Brady refused to give up football to stay with me. So she used that excuse to break up with Tom Brady, divorce him, so she can continue fucking this guy on the side. I'm going to be honest. Because as soon as the divorce was sealed, she was pregnant 3 weeks later. And now she's married to that guy, to the trainer. And I can guarantee you they're never going to last. By 2030, they're going to be divorced anyway. Because he doesn't make as much money as Tom Brady was making. But also, he's probably going to take half from her, which more powers to him. But literally, Jazz is literally telling women to cheat on their husbands if they don't get something their way. If the husband doesn't do 100% of what they agree upon. He didn't cheat. He was just working. So she cheated on the husband for working too much. That's crazy. And Jazz is okay with it. But if it's a man who did the same thing, she would be calling men all sorts of names.
Jazz, because that's crazy. Jazz, think about Jazz. You are doing the think about it, Jazz. Me and my woman agree we are going to have 7 kids, and she give me 6 and says, "Fetty, I can't do it no more. I'm sorry, man. Like these last 2 just busted my ass. Exactly. I'm leaving you because we had an agreement, and I want 7 because it's my lucky number." No, everybody is going to look at Fetty crazy. This woman gave you 6 kids. She made an agreement with you because she thought she was going to do it. It's not of bad faith. It's just 1 kid. It's not that she didn't even know kids. She just give you 1 kid. She gave you a basketball team plus a coach. That's 5 plus 1. Why are you leaving your family for a promise that is easily kind of corrected? This man is a football player. He doesn't have it in it anymore. Jess, it's not like one second, Jess. Hey, Jess, let me just say this, Jess. It's not that she didn't know that he was going to be retired for 50 years. She knows. Football players work until they're 40, few, and then they retire. She knew she had 50 years with this man. If they both healthy and they ride to the sunset, she did it because she wanted to do it. It has nothing to do with spending time. Because 1 year, just 1 year together doesn't I don't know what the word, impose 50 years of doing anything you want because we are billionaires and we wander around the says. If you really wanted to spend that much time with him, you would put the 40 years y'all going to spend together over the 1 year that he's playing football. I mean, and the football season is like 6 months or something like that.
He decided to put his career over his family, and her choice
but
after he did that was to leave him because would you put her
career with her family?
He had said
she knew he was a football player when she met him. He has been a football player since high school, whatever, but he has been a football player his whole life. So for him to play an extra 2 years, if he promised an extra year but decided to pay an extra 3 years, what's the difference? The kids are not young anymore, but she decided to go cheat with a personal trainer. Like, this is crazy. But for me, like I said, I know Giselle for sure used the excuse of Tom Brady playing an extra year, an extra 2 years in order to leave him to go with a personal trainer. And it could have even been the personal trainer who told her to use that excuse to leave Tom Brady. And like I said, that relationship is not going to last. By 2030, Giselle is going to be divorced, and she's going to lose half if they didn't sign a prenup, which they probably, maybe she did. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Anyway, so Jazz is telling women to cheat. If they don't get their way, just cheat. Find you a trainer and cheat, have a baby and get married and leave your husband and your family. Crazy times we live in, man. Crazy times. Anyway, man, that's my live stream for today. I'll be back tomorrow for maybe an hour or so. So let me give my shout out to Miss Mariam in the chat for supporting. Skinny was in the chat. I had Isaiah before, and everybody, and all the Ninja watchers who don't say nothing in the chat, but supporting your boy. Shout out to you guys. Till next time, like, subscribe. Peace.